Good morning, students. I am Professor Rajeshwar Kadadevaramat, Professor and Head of the Department of Industrial Engineering and Management, Siddhaganga Institute of Technology, Tumakuru, Karnataka State, India. I take this subject, project management, as an interdisciplinary subject, okay, for electronics students. Then, why this project management subject is being kept for as an interdisciplinary subject for computer science, electronics, information science, instrumentation technology, biotechnology, civil engineering, take any branch of engineering, for example. And this project management subject is made compulsory for all engineering professionals. Then why this has been made compulsory? So this has been done recently, since 4 to 5 years back, because of the requirement of the industry, requirement of the global industries. And the university has instructed for all engineering colleges to include this project management as an interdisciplinary subject, compulsory for the pre-final or final year students. Because you may be the computer science engineer, you may be the mechanical engineer, you are an electronics engineer, or you may be an IT engineer or a civil engineer, whatever it may be. Once you complete the graduation, okay, and most of the students already placed from our college already. So when you join industry, you are expected to work on certain projects. Everybody, okay, whether you are an mechanical engineer, civil engineer, electronics, computer, any discipline of engineering, you need to work on projects. Okay. So when you're working on a project, you must know the principles and fundamental concepts of the project management to plan, implement, control the project which you are working. This is one aspect where this is made compulsory for all engineering graduates, okay, engineering professionals. The second aspect is that the NBA requirement, National Board of Accreditation, it is an Indian society, Indian body, okay, they meant for accreditation for all engineering colleges or the professional colleges. So we were following certain guidelines given by this NBA before 2014 and 15. We have set of criteria, policies, procedures to accredit the universities. So the ABET accreditation, it is called as a Washington Accord. ABET means accreditation body for engineering and technology. It is a non-governmental organization that accredits the UG programs, PG programs in engineering professionals. And this accreditation program occurs mainly in the United States, but now it has been spread internationally. Okay. And in the year 2019, around 1,000 universities and colleges in 32 countries, not only in the West, at 32 countries, they have been accredited, okay, by the ABET, accreditation body for engineering and technology, ABET. It is an American accreditation process. Okay. Then what is the use of this accreditation? So the accreditation helps for the engineering quality upgradation. So this ABET puts certain guidelines and practices where every professional has to practice in their teaching learning process. Teaching learning process. This is not the teacher centric which we used to practice before 2010. We can tell. It was a teacher centric. Whatever teacher says, you need to obey and practice. But now, this ABET is a student centric teaching. Student centric teaching. That is called as outcome based education system. Outcome based education system. So, this ABET has put 13 program outcomes, POs we call it as, and you are already aware of that. POs. Any program of engineering need to attain these 12 graduate attributes. Graduate, they are called as graduate attributes. There are 12 graduate attributes. In these 12 graduate attributes, the 11th graduate attribute tells that demonstrate the knowledge and understanding of engineering and management principles. Understanding the basics of engineering and management practices, principles, and applies these management principles and practices to in his own work as a member or as a leader in a team to manage projects in a multidisciplinary environment. Multidisciplinary environment. Okay, as a project management tool and the basics of the principles that is required in the program outcome 11. Okay, so to meet this program outcome 11 of the ABET, the project management subject has been made compulsory for all engineering colleges in India, not only in India, across the globe. Whoever want to apply for ABET, for the accreditation process. So once the college is accredited by ABET, outcome based education system, which India is also a member of that society, a non-profit organization. So wherever you go with a degree certificate from the ABET accredited, the NBA accredited colleges from India, you will be treated as a highly respected, qualified professional because you have come from a quality institute. It represents the quality, the standard of the institute. Okay. So in this context, this subject has been made compulsory. Okay. And we have one more society called as PMI, Project Management Institute. It is an international body, Project Management Institute. It is called as a PMI. So any engineering professional gets this PMI certification. Okay, he will get the job immediately because of this certification. It is a highly qualitative certificate. So to clear this certificate, and you need to get this certificate, you need to know the basic principles, understandings and practices of project management. Then only it is possible for you to clear or get this certificate. Okay, and I am sure students, when you complete your degree, when you work for certain industries, whether mechanical, civil, electrical, whatever it is, you will be anyway, you will be working for some industries or for your own industries. I am definitely sure that one or the other day in your life, in your professional career, You will be becoming a manager, a project managers, a project leaders, vice presidents and presidents of the organization. So when you will be elevated in your professional course after working at the lower level for 4 to 5 years, after that you will be leading the teams, you will be managing the projects. At that time, whatever the learnings taking place in this subject, project management, each and every concept you will be applying in your practice in the industry, in managing your projects. Okay, then this is project management subject is essential for every engineering professional graduate irrespective of the program. That is why this is being kept as a compulsory subject. Okay, and try to get a certificate from the PMI, a Project Management Institute. They conduct a lot of exams, and also this PMI has published a book called as PMBOK, P-I-M-B-O-K, PMBOK. That means Project Management Body of Knowledge. PMBOK is nothing but Project Management Body of Knowledge is a PMI flagship publication book. Whatever the syllabus, the 5 units which have been framed for your curriculum, it is from this book only, PMI published book only. Okay, so even you can, after studying this subject, even you can apply for this PMI certification program also. Okay, then in context to all these things, so this subject is most important for every graduates. Okay, then what is project? First we'll discuss about what is project. Project is a temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique product, service or a result. Endeavor is nothing but it is an attempt to reach or to achieve a goals, or it is a hard action to meet the goals of the organization, of the project. Okay, so that's why the project is a temporary endeavor or an attempt to achieve the goals of the organization to create unique product, service or a result. Okay, this is the definition of the project. What is unique product, service and results? What is unique product, service and results? These are the outcomes of the project, and the projects are undertaken to fulfill the objectives by producing deliverables. So then what is objective? Objective is defined as an outcome towards which the work is to be directed, or the purpose is to be achieved, or the result to be obtained. It's called the objectives. And deliverables, because the definition of the project consists of objectives and deliverables. The deliverables is defined as an unique verifiable project or a result, or it is a service. The outcome of the project, the objective will be defined in the beginning of the project. So we need to work towards achieving these objectives. Then we will get an end result, okay, in the form of deliverables, either in the form of a product or a service or a result. Okay, then what is unique product? Say for example, the manufacturing, design and manufacturing of an solar car or an electric a battery charged car. Okay, new trends about the battery charged electric cars or the solar cars, new trend, because after another 30, 40 years, we may not be in a position to get the petrol or the diesel. So we need to depend upon non-conventional energy sources. So all the industries, automobile sector, they are thinking of producing solar cars and wind cars or the battery charged cars, because the energy is abundantly available in the nature. So the development of an electric or a battery charge or a wind car or the solar car is a project. We need to set a certain objectives to develop these cars, and the end result are deliverable about this project after 2 years or 3 years will be the physical car, solar car or electric car. It is a deliverable product. Project has started 2 years back or 3 years back to develop an automobile using a solar, wind or a electric car. Okay, the car will be the deliverable at the end of the project. The service, see, the most of the industries that they are using many software solutions for the manufacturing, software solutions for the procurement, software solutions for the distribution of the goods. Those products as a service products. The third one is results. So any research starts with certain set of objectives for problem solving. After 1 or 2, 3 years, a research is a project. At the end of the 2 years or 3 years of the result, we get certain results. Certain outcomes from the results is called as a deliverable. Okay, so that's why the project outcome will be in the form of product, service or a result. Okay, once again I define the project is a temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique product, service or a result. Okay, then we'll be discussing about management. So definitely, once you join the industry, once you work at the bottom level, 4 to 5 years, after that you need to manage your projects. Management comes there. The principles of management or the functions of management. There are 5 principles or the functions of management. First one is planning, organizing, staffing and selection. Fourth, motivating, leading and controlling and monitoring. These are all the 5 functions of the management. We can manage all the processes in the industry. See, the projects management together. Okay, by using these management principles, we need to manage the project. That is project management. All the activities of the project are to be managed by us in the industry. That is known as project management. Okay. Then I've given examples of some of the projects. Okay. The metro projects. See, in the Bangalore, since 10 years, a lot of projects are going in terms of the phases, number of phases. The metro connectivity in a metropolitan town like Bangalore was a big project, very big project, 20-25 years project. Now 10 years over, we have got many connectivity in different phases of project management, metro projects. Still, we have got a lot of phases to be completed by a metro project. Okay, the projects are very big. They could be completed in terms of phase wise. And this metro project has got certain objectives and deliverables. Deliverables is nothing but a metro is to be constructed and a metro train is to be made to move over the metro rails. Similarly, dam construction. Okay. So you might be knowing Ethinole project, very big project. It is running since 10 years. It takes under 5 to 10 years, it seems, I don't know. Still the project is going on. During the rainfall, in the Sakleshpur, Hassan, Shimoga, that side. During the rainfall, so many water is simply fall in the forest, and that water simply goes to the sea. The government thought of, why don't you construct a dam so that we can little amount of water which can be stored in a dam in a Ethinole project, and that stored water can be utilized for Tumkur district, Kolar district, Bangalore, Mysore, Chikkaballapur and Doddaballapur during the summer season. It is a project, very big project. So like this, a project may be anything: construction of the dam, construction of the metro, construction of big industry, construction of multi-story building, construction of ISRO project. The ISRO is coming to Tumkur. The construction is taking place. It's a project. The HAL is coming to Tumkur. It's a project. And thousands of acres have been purchased for development of small-scale industries. The Tumkur is going to become an hub of manufacturing for Karnataka state. It is a project. So like this, we have so many projects. Okay, even in your during your study, you will be taking as a mini projects, major projects. They are also projects. They have got certain objectives. They have got certain deliverables. So like this, these are all the examples for the projects which could be taken up, okay, as a students. Then, what are the benefits of these projects? Project will drive a change. Project will drive a change. That is nothing but all project will be aimed at moving an organization from one state to another state in order to achieve certain specific objectives with certain benefits. Industry will be at this point at some state. By applying or taking certain projects, the state of the industry will be elevated to certain height because of the use of the project. Say for example, we have a conventional industry. By using information technology, we can adopt certain software solution. Our industry standard will raise to certain level up. That is the change by taking the IT projects in implementing our manufacturing practices. So that is why these projects will drive change. The second advantage of the project is project will enable business to create value. It creates values. Okay, the values may be measured in terms of tangible and intangible benefits to the organization. The tangible benefits which an organization can derive by implementing the new projects in the industry is monetary assets, stakeholders equity, utility, features, tools, and market share. Tangible benefits. Then intangible benefits are goodwill, brand recognition, public benefit, trademarks, reputation of the industry will increase by the change adopted in the industry through the implementation of new projects for enhancing the performance of the industry. Okay, these are the two important benefits of the project. One is it drives the change. The second one is the value creation of the business is important. Then, why the projects have to be initiated? Why we need to go for undertaking a project? To meet the government regulations, legal and social requirements of the government and society, and to satisfy the stakeholders' requests and needs. The stakeholders is nothing but the people who are all involved in your business affairs. They are all called as stakeholders. Customers, suppliers, investors, directors, board of directors, everybody. And implement the change or the business or the technological developments. Okay, to create and improve the processes or the services, we need to implement the project. So, because of these things, we need to go for the implementation of the projects. Implementation of the projects. Okay? Then, importance of the project management. Importance of the project management. So, by adopting the projects and applying the basic concepts and the philosophies of project management in our project practice, we can definitely meet our business objectives. We can satisfy the stakeholders' expectations, and it increases the chances of success, and we can deliver the right products at the right time to the customers, and we can resolve a lot of issues and problems, and we can mitigate the risk in the projects, and we can able to manage the constraints for the business, and we can manage the change for the better manage. These are only some of the important benefits of the project management. Suppose if the project management is poor, poorly managed projects, the disadvantages, we missed deadlines, cost will be overruns, poor quality, rework, uncontrolled expansion of the project, loss of reputation, unsatisfied customers, failure of achieving the business objectives. If the projects are managed very poorly, that's why the project management takes a very challenging job for the industries. Challenging job for the industries. Okay. Then, as per the syllabus, we need to differentiate between the project, program, and portfolio and operations management. Okay. The program, okay, in the industry, we have an organizational strategy at the top level. Okay, and we have a sample of portfolio. Portfolio is nothing but it is the group. The portfolio consists of many programs like program A, program B, and program C, and sub-portfolio B. Okay, portfolio is a group of programs and sub-portfolios. And each program consists of maybe one project or multiple projects of the similar kind under a program A, program B, program C. And at the end, we used to share the resources and stakeholders between these portfolios. Portfolio is nothing but it groups the programs, sub-portfolios and projects under a organizational strategy. Organizational strategy. Okay? So you can refer the PMBOK figure 1.3. Okay, they show the sketch of the portfolio, sample portfolio. Okay, it consists of the program A, program B, and program C, and sub-portfolio A. And each program consists of project 1, some program consists of project 2 and 3, 4. So like this, a portfolio or the relationship between project, program and portfolio is going to be explained. And operations management. So as you know that industry will be having a lot of operations to convert raw materials into finished product. Okay, the lot of tools and techniques or the processes are to be adopted to get the final product in the industry. Okay, the lot of operations are to be taking place during the conversion process in the industry. So we need to manage all these processes and operations in the industry during the manufacturing is known as operations management. Is known as operations management. Okay. So the program management, portfolio management. Okay, you know the difference between program and portfolio and the project. The management or the applying the principles of management for the program management is called as program management. And applying the management principle for the portfolio management, portfolio is a group of programs, how to be managed, is known as portfolio management. Okay, all these program management, portfolio management and operations management all together are being used for the management of all the operations, activities, processes, functions to meet the organizational objectives and to deliver certain products, certain services or certain results during the operations management. Okay. Then we need to discuss about the organizational project management, OPM. Organizational project management. Organizational project management is a framework. Okay, it is a framework which consists of portfolio, programs and project management are integrated with organizational enablers in order to achieve the strategic objectives. Okay, OPM, organizational project management. It is the integration framework where all the portfolio, programs and projects have been integrated such that we need to achieve the organizational strategic objectives set at the top level in the industry. That is known as OPM, organizational project management. Okay. Guys, then we need to discuss about product life cycle and project life cycle. Product life cycle. So as you know that as we human beings, we have certain life cycle in our life. Okay, in the beginning, okay, when a birth takes place, till 5 years is called as a one stage, giving birth and the growth. Okay, that is called as the growth stage. Okay, that is called as the growth stage. Then we need to undergo a school from 6 years to 16 years. Okay, first standard to 10th standard. It is another phase of the life cycle. Then college life, PUC first year to degree, professional degree, and another life cycle. Then you will be joining for a job, you will be working for a service, that is another life cycle. Then after retirement, no job, no work. Okay, the life decreases, and at the end of 100 years or nearly 100 years, we die. So that is known as the life cycle of a human being. Similarly, every product in the market has got its own life cycle. So the products earlier, 30 years back, which we had, okay, which I have seen, for example, Ambassador car, Premier Padmini car, Ambassador, Fiat cars. There are only two cars in the market. From 1940 to 1980s, only two cars were there in the market, Fiat Premier Padmini and Ambassador cars. Only two cars. 40 years or 50 years nearly in the market. No other competitors for the cars. So the life for Ambassador and the Fiat car was 40 years. And now whatever the cars they are coming, okay, every 2 years, every 3 years, the aesthetic appearance, design changes, feature changes are taking place, which had not taken for Fiat and Ambassador cars in the last, before 1980s. The same design, same model, same shape, same feature were there for 40 years. That is the product life cycle of an Ambassador car and a Fiat car. Now the cars which are coming, their life is hardly 2 to 3 years. After 3 years, immediately the design, feature, aesthetic, performance, everything gets changes. That's why the product life cycle has shortened nowadays. Okay, the product life cycle consists of the design life cycle, where the product is going to be developed and it's going to be introduced in the market, and growth takes place. Slowly the demand in the market takes place, and demand becomes saturation after 1 year, 2 years of the publicity in the market, and that demand retains for 2 to 1 year or 6 months in the market, and immediately after 1 to 2 years again demand decreases, even though we do lot of strategies, marketing strategies to improve the demand. Okay, after 4 or 5 years the demand for the same product gets decreases, and no one will ask after 5 years. That is the death of the product. That is the death of the product. This is known as a product life cycle. So for each stage of the product life cycle, that is introduction, growth, maturity and decline. This is the graph down versus time versus sales. So the maturity is the maximum demand of a product at certain time of the product is being introduced in the market. That is the highest stage. Okay, that is stagnant for 1, 2 years or 2 years. Then after that demand decreases. And each stage of this product life cycle, we need to lot of marketing strategies. Sales strategies have to be adopted by a sales executive such that they need to sell their products more in the market with respect to the competitors. For example, I will give an example of strategy. Okay. Say, assume that in the decline stage, or in the first I'll consider this in the growth stage. I need to capture the market. Recently, the product has been introduced, so the people are not much aware of my product. I give a lot of publicity in the newspaper as well as the TV channels, okay, or the multimedia or the digital media to get the market. These are the strategies, because everyone sees the TVs and digital media. A lot of publicity will take place, and the trade shows, okay, and the road shows about the product and performance. And also I launch a lot of marketing strategies that, so the buyback policies of the new car, or the maintenance policy, 5 years, no man, you need not pay any pay, single pay, a company will take a risk of maintenance, and guarantee for all the components of the product for 50 years of 50,000 kilometers of running. So many marketing strategies to grab the market. Okay. So during the decline stage, when there is no demand, the marketing strategies are completely different strategies which would took place in the growth strategies. There I'll give that you can bring your old vehicle back to me. I will give you a new car with discount of so and so money. So such kind of getting old car and giving a new car of the same brand, or any car, old car, in exchange you will be giving. So that is known as some of the strategies how to play it in the declining stage of the product. Okay, then after years, then no one will use our product. The product will become dead. That is known as the product life cycle. Okay, in the next class we'll discuss about the project life cycle. Okay, I hope you understood the basic concepts of the project management, and also you understood why this project management is an important subject for a professional student, engineering student. This is what I wanted to make you clear in this first class. Okay, thank you guys. Meet you again.